it's me, Brad, also known as the OGB Rad on Kick and TikTok and Instagram and Twitter. Anyway, and of course, here on YouTube. This is the third video in my series, and you just stumbled upon me. You need to watch the first one and the second one, because you and I are going this journey together to figure out how do you grow a brand new streaming channel on Kick from scratch when you don't really have an audience or a following. How do you go from the, nothing to something, in other words? And that's what we're exploring. So this is the second video, or third video actually. This one, Senpai Gaming, someone I have watched in the past. It's how basically if I turn the camera around and show you everything I'm using for my microphone, capture card, etc., I've taken his advice along with some other people. But in this video, what we're going to watch is 5 things he wish he knew when he started streaming. So the first one we watched was with Big E. Go watch that one. That was a really good one. Also, my buddy, the Total Tool, is making some content on how to grow his Twitch channel. And we're sort of like in a somewhat friendly competition that's starting in June through basically August, 90 days. Who can get the most followers? Basically by finding a way, how do you get followers? So right now he's had his same Twitch channel for a while. He didn't want to switch. I don't blame him. I started brand new on Kick just literally at the end of May. So basically on a couple weeks, I only got like, I don't know, maybe 5. Anyway, so let's watch this. Maybe this will help us, and hopefully this help us too. And by the way, while we're watching this, if you got any tips, comment below. If you got any tips right now, comment below. Tell me how you grew your channel, no matter if it's on Twitch or Kick. So let's get to the good stuff. So I'm gonna put my headset on so I can hear this.
Did like a things other streamers wish they knew when they started, like don't stream in public bathrooms. Would that be toxic? Yeah, we're not going to do that.
That's
but if we
toxic.
did,
that's nasty.
No, we're not going to do that.
Different.
Guys, streaming has been my occupation for about a year now. I kind of dance around saying I'm a full-time streamer because I'm not. I don't stream full-time. Streaming full-time and making YouTube videos is just
YouTube guy.
I'm not smart enough for that. That's all. It's a little bit beyond my brain capacity, but streaming is a large part of my income. But before I started making money on the platform and getting partnership status and all the fun things, I streamed on Twitch making zero money for about 3 years. And 3 years is a good chunk of time to figure out what I was doing wrong. But let's say I had to start over, like from scratch. Like tomorrow, all of my subs just died. That might be a little bit dark. FTC goes nuclear and just destroys all evidence I ever existed on the internet. Followers gone, subs very gone. All the progress that I've made just vanished. Could I take what I've learned over the past 4 years and start over, build it back up from scratch, and maybe do it a little bit faster this time? I'd like to think that I could, but I'm also extremely grateful that at least today I don't have to. So let's talk about the very specific things that I would do completely differently if I had to start from scratch tomorrow. Roll the intro.
Here we go.
Before we get started, I do just want to remind you that I do stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Twitch. Link down in the description below. Also, if you find this video...
Believe it or not, I stream on Kick Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unless, like last Wednesday, I totally forgot it was Wednesday because I thought Wednesday was Thursday and I thought Friday was Thursday. Anyway, got confused on what day it was because of the holiday. Anyway, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, OGB Rad. That's neat. He does the same days. Don't watch him, watch me.
Helpful, you enjoy it in any way, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, like the video, hit the tiny little bell. I think I said those out of order. Doesn't matter, you get the point. Moving on, the very first thing is one that you won't understand until you experience it. You don't grow while you're live. I want you to think about the sentence there. If there's one phrase or sentence that I want you to take from this.
Hey, the second video I made, Big E said the exact same thing. So if you haven't watched that, when you finish this, go watch it. He said the exact same thing. So we're on the right track is what I'm hearing. We're on the right track.
This video, it's that one. You don't grow while you're alive. I remember when I started streaming daily, which by the way, I don't recommend anymore, but I did at this period of time. And after every single stream, I would check my stats to see how many new followers I got during said stream. Usually it was between 5 and 10. If I got a 15 follower day, I felt pretty good about myself. And if you're watching this and you're confused saying, man, I would love 15 viewers a day, why is he talking down about that? It's not that that's bad. 15 viewers a day is fine. The problem is that number doesn't matter, because from the time I shut down that stream till the time that I went live again the next day, my channel was basically dead. I gained 0 new followers when I wasn't live, and that was 3/4 of the day. Now imagine your favorite YouTuber and imagine that for 18 hours a day, they shut their channel down. You couldn't watch their videos, you couldn't search for their channel, they just didn't even show up anywhere, like they didn't exist on the internet. That is so much time being lost that people could be discovering you. And that's what most streamers do. That's what I did for 6 months until I backed off and started streaming 3 days a week and spent the extra time making YouTube content like this. And immediately after posting a couple videos, I started getting 20 to 30 new followers a day, even on the days that I wasn't live. Typically now I'll get between 100 and 150 new followers a day. Again, even on days that I don't stream. In fact, this month, the day that I've gotten the most followers is a Tuesday. I don't stream on Tuesday. The point I'm trying to make here is if you can make content outside of Twitch, you are discoverable 24/7, whether you're live or not. It's basically like having a commercial out there for your stream that you cut together with the best, most entertaining snippets of yourself. And the stream itself becomes less of the content and more of the payoff in the end. The place where the people who enjoy your videos most get to come and chill with you, the person who makes some of their favorite YouTube videos. Number 2, networking. Not as important as you think. Very rarely does someone network their way to 1,000 viewers. It really doesn't happen. But still, networking managed to be one of those buzzwords that streamers like to say. Like when
you got that word networking about business world and everything. But the truth is, you don't really network the way you think you do. You network in the business world to find out who to pitch your sales to, and at a good time, because usually when you're networking is not the time you close a deal. So it's the same thing. You know, you got to find basically who pitch your deal to. So networking is just sort of a side product for finding your target.
Whenever I see a tweet on the internet where someone's like, hey, how do I grow on Twitch? 9 out of 10 responses are like, network. Yeah. I learned very quickly that while networking is not a bad thing to do, making networking your main focus is like, imagine if like a new Star Wars film came out and they were like,
it's good to get tips,
no commercial budget this year. Instead, all the money we would have spent on commercials, we're going to spend on man.
I feel in the business world, some people are happy to give you tips and other people are like, they'll give you wrong tips.
Power to go out on the streets and tell as many people as we can about the upcoming Star Wars film. It's just it wouldn't work.
What's he talking about?
It just wouldn't work. Maybe because it's Star Wars. But imagine it was a new... Okay, never mind. We're getting way into this metaphor. You get the point I'm trying to make. Again, I'm not saying networking is bad. I'm just saying it should not be your top priority. I know a good handful of Twitch streamers who stream with the biggest streamers on Twitch. They stream with people with 1,000 viewers all the time, multiple times a week, but yet they themselves can't seem to get above 30 viewers. Networking, no matter how hard you do it, will not make you a career. So stop spamming your links in my Discord. Number 3, companies talk. I see this all the time. I follow a lot of industry people on Twitter, people who run marketing sections of big names, some of your favorite gaming brands, complaining about a lot of the emails they get. They have blacklists, by the way. And those blacklists get shared with other marketing directors of other companies. This usually starts to become a problem when streamers get impatient and they want that payout without, earning it yet. Yeah, so before you start quoting Wayne Gretzky and shooting out 100 emails a day to your favorite brands, trying to get free stuff and sponsors to advertise to your...
Now, of course, in sales, that can work in certain aspects. I mean, that's why they do it. You know, the conversion rate, you want to have that certain percentage. So that's why you see that with Michael Scott in sales and in the business world. Sometimes that does work. It doesn't work in everything else in life.
10 viewers.
Grant Cardone says a thing when you're trying to close a deal, when they tell you to go away or they're calling the police, that's when you know you've done a good job, which is sort of true. But like imagine if you had that when you're trying to get a job, that company would never hire you because you bugged the out of one of the people that would have the power to hire you. You would be known as a pest. There's a balance, in other words, to it. So these companies are basically having the same thing, being bombarded, and basically these people are looking like pests to them. And it's there's a level where you do it, it's just not professional. If you're selling, yeah, especially like car sales, stuff like that, where you're selling all the time, it makes a lot more sense. I've gone off topic, I think.
Just consider there might be a little bit of fallout for that. And number 4 is, well, kind of along the same note, I'd say probably more important. Shortcuts hurt you more than you think they do. I want to give you an example of a harmless shortcut
you can't take
that I've seen real world repercussions from. There's a Discord community called Royale Streamers. It's one of those lurk for lurk platforms. The way it works is you join this Discord.
Sounds creepy.
If you watch other streamers from the Discord, you earn points. The more points you earn, the higher they place you in the Discord in the list of streamers. So the more people are going to watch yours to try to earn their own points. Basically, it's just a bunch of people boosting each other's numbers, and then they turn around and say, "Hey, I've tripled my viewership in this." You can't say it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Numbers.
And I know there was like a whole video released on Roy.
It's like when you can pay to get followers. They're fake followers. Why does it matter? Because that you don't have live views. Those people aren't subscribing to you. That's just a number. It's like when politicians pay to have 50,000 followers. Who cares? It just looks good, because it says followers. 70,000, but really they only have 20,000. They're useless. That's not getting them votes, just like not getting you subscribers. It's not getting you anything. It just looks good on paper, which means it's a facade. So yeah, I'm agreeing with this guy. This is sounding weird though, this Royale group. Never heard of them.
Royale Streamers a couple weeks ago. That was kind of like tinfoil hat video. A lot of kind of baseless, weird allegations against them that I don't know if they're valid or not. Doesn't matter. The point is, I've known a marketing director of a company that whenever someone reaches out to him and says, "Hey, I want to work with you. Here is my reach. These are my numbers. Here are my metrics. This is my viewers." The first thing he does is he goes and he checks Royale Streamers. And if he sees that streamer's name in there, he blacklists them and then sends that blacklist to every company because
that's crazy. Sent to another company. That's I don't know. That's I'm thinking like a lawyer. Anyway, but companies are smart. They've got people they pay, like this guy he's talking about, that's going to research all this. You become a spokesperson for them. They're going to make sure you got an audience, a real one. Plus, if no one's watching your stuff, you're not going to make any money anyway. And once you do this, like he's saying, you're blackballed. It makes sense in the real world. And I keep saying the real world. I meant the traditional business world. I guess I shouldn't be using that term, but in the traditional business world, same thing.
He knows those numbers are fake. So just a heads up, more people have been hurt by communities like that. And the only people that get helped are the people at the very top who started it. So, don't take shortcuts. Number 5. Originally, I had number 5 written down as an incredibly important one, talking about the attack that you're going to have on your sense of self and your sense of self-value. But I felt like I was doing it a little bit of injustice to make it one thing on a list of 5 things when it's a really important topic to talk about. So I'm actually going to make a whole video on this conversation because I know a lot of you have felt similarly to the way that I've felt in the past when it comes to content creation and streaming.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Plus, I had another one that was also really important, and I didn't want to make this video 6 things, so kind of works out perfectly. The real number 5, guys, don't neglect just chatting. I'm serious.
True.
I get it. You're a gamer. You're on this platform because you want to game, but you got to remember your viewers are in your chat because they want to build a relationship with you. Just imagine with me. I feel like we've done a lot of imagining this video. We're going to do it one more time. Imagine with me your favorite YouTuber, Vsauce, Casey Neistat, whatever, anybody but Jake Paul. And imagine that when you typed a comment in the comment section, they stopped what they were doing in the video and they're like, "Hey, user Harris.
That'd be crazy.
That's a really good question. And then they answered it in the video. That would be mind-blowing. Not only because there would be some sorcery involved, but like you felt acknowledged by your favorite YouTuber. That's what just chatting is. You might be someone's favorite streamer, and when they come in your chat and they ask a question and you turn around and you say their name and you talk to them and answer their question, that's a big deal to a lot of viewers. They're going to be far more likely to come back in because now your stream is no longer just in.
It's like one time I tweeted about Lou Diamond Phillips, the actor, and he responded back. Well, I mean, maybe it was him, maybe it was one of his people, you know. Anyway, it was really cool. I was like, holy cow, Lou Diamond Phillips talked directly to me. At least that's what I'm going to believe to the day I die. Don't tell me otherwise. But anyway, it was really neat.
Entertainment, it's an actual relationship. Yeah, those 5 things. Those were 5 things that I did wrong for years. Did I do all 5 of those wrong? No, I guess I reached out for free stuff pretty early on. I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, I think I did all 5 of those wrong. And like the moment I fixed those 5 things, everything changed.
Really?
So anyway, guys, I hope this helped. Again, if you have any questions or want some further insights, you can jump into.
Yeah, you should definitely follow this guy, Senpai Gaming. I've watched a lot of his videos. They're really great. So anyway, walk away with almost the exact same thing that we walked away with from my second video when we were watching Big E. You've got to be a content creator on other platforms. Speaking of, don't forget to follow me, not only on here, but especially on Kick, OGBRad. It says it right here. It's sort of in a weird font. But anyway, TikTok and Instagram. But yeah, so that's the number one thing, content creator on other platforms. So right now, you and I were on the right track. Tell me about your platforms down below in comments. You know, what are you doing to grow? The other things all make sense. They all basically wrap up of you can't take shortcuts. I would sum up a lot of that as shortcuts, even the other 4 tips. Anyway, all of it good stuff. We're on our journey. It sounds like we're on the right track. So continue following me here on YouTube as we go through the journey. How do we build a Kick channel basically from scratch with no followers? I started this 2 weeks ago, and I'm trying to find how you do that. And that's what we're on the road to learning. So anyway, I appreciate it. Don't forget to follow me. Did I say follow me enough? I'm not sure how many times is like too much and how many times too little. Comment below. Tell me how many times. That way I'll pick one and just start doing that. And we'll see.